count you in. Alright. Give me 2 seconds. Alright, whenever you're ready, you can switch me over. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me know. Streamer activate Windows. Alright, I guess I'm live then. Alright, so this is Command & Conquer Renegades. Say 2001 shooter. I'm just gonna go ahead and start. So 3, 2, 1, go. So this is a 2001 shooter. This is based off the Command & Conquer series. So this is gonna happen a lot. I bought a new motherboard like a week after I upgraded to Windows 10. So this is a Command & Conquer based game. This forces my resolution to 8x6, so I cannot hide that. Basically, what's gonna happen here is it's gonna be like a minute and a half of cutscene before I can start to play. The GDI forces are currently looking for a Nod base that has somehow evaded all of our radars, so send the recon team in. Recon team gets ambushed, so now they're sending in the big guns. They're sending in Commander Nick Havoc Parker, one of the most renowned GDI commandos. That's us. Nick Havoc's done a lot over the course of all the Tiberium Wars, and this is kind of the start of it. So we're just going to pop in here. This is mostly an auto-scroller level, so there's not really a lot for us to do. It's actually really just a lot of waiting. Basically, we need an invincible rocket launcher soldier to come out, which takes a little bit. These guys all die no matter what you do, so you can either just stand here or you can shoot. It's up to you. Really what we need to do here, there's going to be a helicopter that's going to drop in behind us. It's going to drop 2 units. We want to kill that before they hit the ground. Doesn't really affect too much. It just gives you a little bit of a better chance to get good RNG. This entire area here is kind of RNG based. We can't progress until the second helicopter comes down and gets shot down by our rocket soldier. And there's three different RNGs for that, basically. There's good RNG, which is the helicopter gets shot as soon as it shows up on screen, basically. There's really bad RNG, which is it takes an extra shot. And then there's awful RNG, which is to take 3 shots. And there's nothing I can do to manipulate that besides killing these 2 guys quickly. And that deal doesn't even guarantee me good RNG, so from this point on, it doesn't matter what I do. So first shot is missed. Second shot is missed. Alright. So from here on out, I'm just waiting for my reinforcements to drop in. I need 2 more engineers to show up and repair this medium tank for me. So as soon as the medium tank gets repaired, I can continue going. Like I said, this is basically a auto-scroller. As soon as this gets repaired, I'm just going to drive to the end of the level. The last real objective for this level is there's 2 SAM sites I need to destroy. Because the SAM sites are going to keep destroying our air forces until I do so. After that, we just kind of storm the facility and get everything we need. There's some harvesters and stuff over here, but I don't care about any of that. They'll talk about it and ask me to destroy it, but I don't actually care. So, this SAM site is like invincible. It takes like 8 shots. And as soon as that one's done, we cut that one. Now I'm just waiting for the end of the level, basically. There's going to be a lot of cutscene that plays out here. Some workers are going to come in. An A-1500 is going to come in. They're all going to get shot down, and then we're just going to nuke the place, basically. Nothing I do anymore matters. I'm literally just waiting for this ion cannon to come down. After that, we storm the place, we get all of our information, and we discover a new Nod base that we've never heard of. And we launch an assault on it, basically. There is a teleport glitch for this run. It's not actually really a glitch so much. Basically what it is you open the menu button and you hit control and then you just click wherever you want to teleport to, and it just teleports you to the top of that level. So this cutscene here is Admiral Locke explaining to Havoc what's going on with the information you got, the information I just talked to you about, where we find a new base. They launch an attack on the Nod facility here. They discover that they're torturing civilians and trying to brainwash them into thinking GDI is evil. And Parker, Nick Havoc here, isn't having any of that. So as soon as he hears that, he basically just has his mind decided. Locke orders him to stand down for about 6 hours until reinforcements from General Shepard's arrives, and Nick very, very clearly disobeys him, steals a hovercraft, and initiates his own attack on the base. And then after that, Admiral Locke sends the rest of the available reinforcements, ignoring Shepard's rules and orders. So we saved a couple POWs there. Now we're coming to talk to this gentleman here. He's going to give us a very important item for a little later in the level. So this is a beacon that's going to call down a laser exactly like we just saw in the cutscene of the last level. This is going to make the last bit of this level infinitely faster, because it's going to prevent us from having to breach a building. We just get to continue as normal. So this is kind of a disorganized mess of a Nod base. There's not even really many structures here, so I'm not entirely sure why it's so hard for GDI to breach this. Because there's, well, these are all civilian buildings, but we'll ignore that. Pretend that Nod has a huge base here. So right here, we're gonna come up on a side path. This is actually a path that's not normally taken. This is for a secondary objective. There's a church over here, which has some hostages, and we can rescue them. We get a little bit of sniper ammo and stuff, but this isn't 100%, so Locke here is saying some pretty lewd stuff. I don't agree with what he's saying, but you know, I can't stop him, so. So because I went this path, there's normally a chopper that comes down, an Apache, sorry, and starts shooting. But because I came this path instead of a different path, it doesn't actually spawn. We just get that guy there, the transport troop. So we're gonna do a little bit of a... it doesn't actually matter. I'm gonna do a little bit of a risky play here. We're just gonna jump off this cliff here. Took a little bit safe just because I don't want to die there. But normally on that jump you're coming out of here with about 9 to 20 health. All the damage goes through your health instead of your armor, so it doesn't matter how much armor you have, it will always damage your health when you take fall damage. Is reloading all the time faster? I played too much COD, so I reload all the time. So that ion beacon's going to prevent me from having to breach this entire area here. As soon as that's destroyed, I can leave. So I'd kill the SAM site so that we can be extracted afterwards, and then I just stand here and kill. So we are now rescuing all the civilians that have been attempted brainwashed and a couple POWs as well. And we get to go on to the next area. We also do get a little bit of information. Even though we don't hack the mainframe in the speedrun, the game still thinks that you hacked the computer. So we get information that we don't actually have. So as soon as I get off the plane here, I'm going to get arrested. And then later on, I'm going to be informed that some of my former teammates, or group members, I guess, members of the Dead Six, have reported that a base they were at has been infiltrated by Nod, and 3 of our top scientists have been kidnapped by Nod. So there's information we got that they're over here, somewhere around here, so we're gonna go find them. Dead Six, we'll get into that a little bit later, but is a secret organization, I guess, or a secret faction of GDI that not many people know about, so... So this level's a little weird, because it's primarily in vehicles. I guess it's a little weird compared to the rest of the level. So we're gonna take a little bit of some safe strats here a little later on, just because this level's really difficult to actually complete speedrun strats on without taking safety strats. This is one of the main reset points of the run, just because the light tank we're about to get here is so weak, but it's so fast, so it's really hard to pass it up. There's a lot of rocket soldiers and other things in this level, so it's pretty difficult to keep this alive. I'm actually going to safety save right up here, which is not something I normally do, but... So this mobile artillery, if you just drive in a straight line for about 2 or 3 seconds before you start driving at it, you can usually dodge the first shot. So this here is an area where I'm going to take safety strats. Typically I would just drive on my way, but because that's really dangerous with this tank here, I'm going to get out. I'm gonna miss that shot. I don't care if I take him. Oh no! Alright. Hey, teleport glitch in action. I just got stuck in the hitbox of that car. And I just alt-tabbed. Awesome. Idiot. Can I get on the road, please? Can I get on the road, please? Alright, load in another, quick save it is. Alright. This level's really bad for hitboxes. Like, you can get stuck in a lot of things you shouldn't be able to get stuck in. What even hit me there? A fucking tank hit me? Jesus Christ. Alright, that shouldn't be a problem.
There's a non-convoy on the road up ahead, Havoc.
Can you drop me some rocket salvos? I get the feeling I'm gonna need more of those.
SAM site
Rocket
destroyed.
launcher ammunition coming down.
Again, I don't care if I get hit there. I'm invincible, my tank's not. So that's one of the most dangerous parts. I can usually get past the next couple points really easy. This one here, there's gonna be a rocket soldier on the other side of that tower. Sometimes he shows up, and sometimes he just like hides in the corner and doesn't do anything. Okay. Alright, I'm fine. So this area here, this is hit or miss. There's one rocket soldier who either is a god and just like insta-hits you, or he doesn't do anything. But if you pre-fire him, he usually doesn't do anything. Usually doesn't do anything. Usually doesn't do anything. One last rocket soldier up ahead, and then we're home free. The ultimate ending to keeping the tank alive for so long, we're gonna destroy the tank. As soon as I get past this guy, alright, we're good. So this next strat I'm about to do is a little bit of a new strat. It's gonna save a buttload of time. So we used to have to go through the entire dam system to open the dam door. Literally the door of the dam, which takes forever. However,
How am I supposed to get over there?
Warning. Approaching Nod obelisk. Proceed with caution.
I was afraid of this. There's an obelisk defending the Nod gate. Keep your distance.
so I'll save right here. So normally we have to go down, but instead what we're gonna do is we're gonna stare at this part of ground right here. A little off. A little off. There we go. Just gonna stand at that little bit of rock, throw some C4 and destroy our objective. I don't care if this survives as long as I get to this area here. So my vehicle takes the shot. Normally I'd have to go destroy a power plant, which takes like forever. But because the vehicle can take a hit and then I can get to the safe zone, I don't have to go disable a power plant. I can just continue on my way. So now that we're infiltrating the dam here, there's going to be a couple enemies, and then there's going to be a huge Tiberium opening, which if I were to go into, I would take a lot of damage. But fortunately I can just go around it, no problem. That's pretty much all of the dangerous part of the run of this level, except for the walls here. These walls, like, just absorb your hitbox and then you can't move, so.
Havoc even shows several machines in the area emitting a unique radiation signature. Eliminate the 3 machines to hamper non-Tiberium research. I'm picking up some strange reading. That cave.
So this kind of introduces the chem soldiers. Chem soldiers are basically just flamethrowers, except they don't really have an effect when the enemies are using it, besides they'll hurt you. But if the enemies get hit by chem weapons, there's a chance that they'll transform into mutants, which will come into play a little later on when I start using chem weapons. But it doesn't usually matter too much.
Enemy resistance if you destroy the Hand of Nod. Remember where the master control terminal is.
I know this drill.
So the Hand of Nod is a unit production facility in the RTS games. Here it also does that kind of, but there's always enemies, so you never really notice it. So we're gonna get a nice little cutscene here in a second, which is gonna introduce a couple more important characters. As soon as we wait on elevators here. Elevators in this game are very iffy, and you can actually clip through them. So we're gonna get this unskippable cutscene here. This is gonna introduce another member of the Dead Six. So these are the scientists that we're here to rescue, being loaded onto a plane. So we missed out on that one. But this is going to introduce a couple main characters. So this is going to be Ravshaw here. This is the commander of the Nod forces. So this is like target number 1, basically. This here is Sakura. This is another member of the Dead Six, our old ex, before the Dead Six split up and went their own separate ways. And that gentleman there with the flamethrower is Mendoza. He's the second in command to Ravishaw, so we're going to be looking at dealing with him pretty soon. Actually, if you complete the tertiary objectives on this level instead of just leaving, then you do have to fight Mendoza here, but we're just sneaking on the plane here. So basically what happens is I sneak on the cargo plane, and then Sakura finds me and we get into a fight, and then eventually the plane starts blowing up, so I have to abandon ship. And then we land on this volcanic island here, which is under Nod control. So, for whatever reason, we just decide to... I mean, I suppose we were at war with them, so we decided to just destroy the base since I'm here. But in the middle of trying to rescue all of our scientists, we're just gonna storm a Nod base. And this is gonna introduce Tiberium a little bit more. There's a Tiberium field here. You take a little bit of damage as you pass through, but they give you a bunch of armor over here to make up for it. So this is, there's a couple of levels here in Teleport Percent that are super easy. This is one of them. A lot of the levels have, like, triggers you have to complete in order to progress through the level. This one here, really, if you could get past one of the doors that waits for you to blow up Sakura's helicopter, you could just walk to the end of the level. So this here is a Tiberium field. I'm going to take a buttload of damage walking through it. It's supposed to, you know, dissuade you from going in. But there's some nice health and armor drops here for me, so I can go through no problem. Some C4 here, but I don't need to pick this up. Oh. I'm a little low on health here. This dude randomly. But there's going to be some nice armor pickups for me right here. In the form of 2 infantry. So this area here, this is going to be interesting. So all my practice over the last couple weeks, this level is where things start to act weird. Now this is an old game, so you don't expect it to be awesome, but in terms of the programming, but there's some weird things that have been going on. So after I stormed this building, there's some elevators over here that are supposed to be open for me. Hopefully they're open. There's a potential that some random unit's just gonna take it for no reason, and then I'm gonna be like waiting forever. So right here I'm looking for a key card. So this officer down here has what I want. So I'm gonna wait for him to walk towards me before I kill him, just so I can pick it up and turn around quickly. Pre-fire these guys. So if everything's all good, then there's an elevator right here I can take no problem. Well, nah. Hopefully it'll be here when I get back. As long as I kill most of the units on my way in, that elevator should still be there. So hopefully everybody's focused on me. If everybody's focused on me, as soon as I do this, that elevator's still going to be there. Perfect. Sometimes somebody takes this elevator. So here's Sakura. She's gonna start shooting at us. She's gone full crazy X here. I'm gonna delay my last shot here because I want the last shot to hit while I'm standing near this door. If it hits while I'm standing near this door, the door is gonna go down during this cutscene, so I could just walk through. Otherwise, I'd have to wait for the door to come down after I get out of the cutscene. So now whatever that crash did is made the island explosive for some reason. So now we have to leave. So there's a convenient Nod submarine over here that I'm going to board, and then the submarine's going to meet up with the main base of operations for Nod's naval forces, conveniently. So we're just going to go in and take care of that. There's a lot of bonus objectives on this level, and we're going to take care of precisely none of them.
Locate and rescue GDI prisoners.
So it is possible here to get like insta-sniped, which is something I'll go over because it's starting to be relevant at this level. Snipers are actually like really scary in this game. Even on the quickest or the easiest difficulty, snipers do anywhere between 50 to all of your health. And there's nothing you can do besides killing them before they kill you. And there's a lot of snipers in this level, so it actually becomes kind of scary.
Warning.
So there's an initiate that's going to come out of here. This is just a mutant. I want him dead right now. And the reason I want him dead right now is because the last time I didn't kill him, he glitched this elevator out and I had to spend 2 minutes just waiting for it. So the reason I delayed killing that one is because he's infected and just turns into a Visceroid. So he's gonna damage the hell out of me if I don't, or if I down him immediately. So I'm gonna pick up some chem weapons and some armor. And I'm gonna head up here. So now what I'm looking to do here is there's 3 POWs on this ship that I'm looking to go rescue. But in order to do that, I need to get a couple key cards. So I have to kill the second in command of the ship and the first in command of the ship.
Sabotage the 4-Nod missile racks. Use the action key on the
This room right here is really scary. I need to shoot really well here. That explosion hurts. I really should have saved before I did that. Oh well. I got it, no problem. If you don't kill everybody really quickly, they mess you up real quick. There's like 8 flamethrowers or chem troops there. It's really bad. So we got 2 of the key cards here, so we're gonna go talk to POWs, let them know what's up. But in order to actually get off the ship, we're gonna have to go steal the sub that we snuck in on. But we have to go kill the commander of the ship first. So we let the POW, the one who's very clearly sick, and all of them unarmed, we just kind of let them walk off unattended. And this door they were clearly walking to is filled with units, but somehow they're okay. And then we're gonna go steal the key card.
Rewiring complete. Missile 2.
We're also gonna sabotage the ship a little bit,
Remaining. Primary objective complete.
and then hope most of these people died. Sometimes in this room, if the explosion doesn't kill enough people, you're greeted with like 8 people just staring at you, which is always a little scary. Yeah, it's hard to say. Like, as a Command & Conquer fan, of course I'm gonna recommend it because I love Command & Conquer, but boy, it probably didn't age well. I just got sniped, dear God. Awesome.
Weapons ready.
Secondary objective. Locate the ship captain and obtain the submarine security card.
Why are you running that way this time? Alright, he's gonna be a problem later on, but I'm just gonna leave now. Ugh.
Radar flags.
Yeah, those POWs have a way higher sneak level than I do. I show up on the ship and just have an alarm system blaring out who I am. These guys can like walk past everybody, so very clearly they're much better at being stealthy than I am. Oh god, get up the stairs. So that's a Visceroid I was talking about earlier. He's going to start doing some work on those guys. He's also going to start doing work on me, if I do show up there ever. Hopefully he's not a problem anymore. So there's a lot of units here, and I'm gonna hopefully just run by all of them. On the way down it's gonna be a huge problem. But right now I don't care. I have no health, eh? This is interesting. Give me some armor. Normally I wouldn't kill that guy, but I really need some health here. gonna get one tapped. That's the only guy I care about. As long as the sniper doesn't hit me, I don't care. So I actually kind of really do want health here. Like, really badly. Alright, I guess I'm just stuck with this. Please don't snipe me. Alright, awesome. Well, I guess we're going with slowish strats. So ideally I'd have way more health than I do. But I don't, so we're gonna go slowish strats.
Warning. Prisoners under attack in
Normally if I had more health I would have just jumped straight off, but I need to pick up some health before I can jump off, otherwise I just die. And then depending on how many units are here, the level ends here. Jesus. Talking, sorry. It either ends right there or I have to kill somebody. So we get off the ship no problem with our PRWs and we can be on our way. So we got word from sorry, taking a drink of water there. We got some word from the British Prime Minister that some of our units were here, so Jesus, don't step in front of me, dude. I actually don't care about this. That some of our units were here, so our old members of the Dead Six, who I've been talking about a lot here, have been pinned down here. So Gunner, Hotwire, Patch, and Deadeye are all over here. They're trying to help the resistance of the local village here, and Nod is ruining everybody's day. So Patch is currently being pinned down by Mendoza, and Mendoza is just laying into her with rockets. If we don't save her this mission, we actually are going to lose the mission. She dies. We are required by the mission to save all of the members of the Dead Six. So you'll notice as I continue on here, there's going to be a bunch of different missions for the Dead Six. Just want to remind everybody, if I don't complete that, I cannot complete this mission. And I'm going to promptly ignore all of the people I need to save. Just keep that in mind for a little while. I'll get back to that in a second. So the Dead Six, originally what the Dead Six was it was a group of 6 people. So the 4 people I'm trying to rescue myself and Sakura from the previous missions. All 6 of us, Sakura's a mercenary but she was working for us. All 6 of us were considered killed in action through various missions, and on record are all dead. The reason for this is that GDI wanted to be able to send us on covert operations where we weren't supposed to be, basically. I have no health. So as a result, none of us are legally alive. After a while, the program was disbanded, and everybody who stayed with GDI, so everybody but Sakura, was just put back into regular action. Never really is clear about whether or not we were reinstated as alive, or if we were just left as killed in action. But Sakura went on and continued doing mercenary things, so now she's working for Nod. In air quotes. Man, these rockets don't want to hit people today. Those names are pretty ridiculous. They're kind of supposed to indicate what they do, except for Patches. I don't actually know what Patches does. I'm sure I did at one point, but I couldn't tell you what Patches actually does. I think he has a grenade launcher or something. Patches is supposed to be an engineer, so she fixes tanks and stuff. Gunner is a heavy weapons expert, and Deadeye is a sniper. So keeping the rocket or the tank here is not super important.
This is Deadeye, not pressure increasing.
Saves just a little bit of time here, but this level it's not mission critical to keep the tank. The next time we show up on this map in 2 levels it is going to be mission critical, but right now it doesn't really matter.
I'm coming for you.
So, remember what I said earlier about I have to save all of my teammates, otherwise I lose. So right about here is the trigger that kills Hotwire. But if I hug the wall, I don't trigger it. So I saved everybody. Don't worry, team.
You're gonna bleed.
I'm gonna try this jump here. It saves a little bit of time if I get it first try. And if I don't get it, I'm just gonna do it the real way. There we go. Oh no, there we go. Still saves a little bit of time. Alright, now here's hoping beyond all hope that the game didn't screw me again. A couple days ago, I was given a scenario of this level that was incompletable because patches didn't spawn. Partly because, you know, I'm supposed to save him, I assume, but he just didn't show up here, so... Hey, there's patches, alright. If patches wasn't there, I'd just reload my autosave at the beginning of the level, teleport here, and then continue. So our mission here is to clear the area of all Nod forces, and then the level is going to end. So we kill all the mobile artillery, we're gonna gun down the 2 Apaches, and then we're gonna kill all the reinforcements that get para-dropped in. Doing our best to not be on the other side of Nod units and Gunner, because Gunner will kill you. Gunner will, like, headshot you with a rocket launcher and will not care. This gentleman here. Alright, there's... How optimized is the world record? World record of this game doesn't have dam skip.
Eva, on the scientists.
So there's like 20 seconds there because dam skip wasn't a thing when he was running. Besides that, it's actually been a long time since I've seen his world record. I think he has 1 or 2 reloads, so... It's fairly optimized, but not at the point where we're splitting frames to get new records. So we got information that this chateau is where our scientists are being held, so I have infiltrated the chateau very sneakily. This is a stealth mission, so I'm taking very great precaution not to alert the enemy.
Data decryption complete. Internal computer
So I just picked up a personal ion cannon. This is going to be an important weapon for the boss fight, assuming I can actually do a quick kill. Kinda want that sniper there, but it's not super important. As long as I don't get destroyed by the turrets here, this is really a problem. Oh, there's nothing there. So we got this cutscene here. Dr. Mobius, and so Dr.
Parker, GDI Special Forces.
Octavius Mobius? I don't actually remember his first name. Octavia Mobius and Sydney Mobius here, along with whatever her name is. I don't care about her name. She's bad people. We'll go over that later. But all 3 of them here, Secure is here, waiting for us as a trap.
Very impressive, Captain Parker.
I'm really just explaining what's happening in the cutscene, but This is the point in the story where it's never really explicitly said if this is what's going on, or if this is just Sakura making what she can out of a bad situation. But this is the part where Sakura, like, flips on a dime, partially because they try to kill her, but supposedly Sakura's been a double agent this entire time, and she was always working for GDI, and was just a plant under Nod and under Ravishah. I don't know how accurate that is. It's never really clear on the subject, but at this point here, she starts helping us. Oh, turn around. So this is gonna give me 10 permanent health, and it also heals me to full if I wasn't at full. Guess I should reload this. So now we just need to get out, basically. I do have to protect Sydney, and Sydney does take a lot of damage really easily, but if you just run by all of the enemies, they don't even focus her. So you can just run by and not bother. Alright, pull out this here. So right as we're about to get to Mobius and whatever her name is, Patricia or something, this guy steps in.
The jealous boyfriend.
I'll just stand over.
So this weapon here is basically a one-shot, as long as I can hit him in the head. That was a lot of punches really quickly. He does not normally do that. So I've missed the first one, I've missed the second one. If this next one doesn't hit, whatever, it's good enough. I'm gonna take this before he does. This guy moves around too much, so it's really hard to line up that shot. The next two bosses, you can immobilize them, so it's really easy to get the head on. After the first shot hits him, he dropping low, he goes into this position, you have to hit him a little bit, and then he just explodes. So after I rescue Sydney, we drive back to
Mobius and Sydney.
Sydney's alive.
regroup where we left the rest of our teammates here, except not as
Kids, we rank as a
heavily fortified the street since we last cleared it, and also they're going to nuke us. The nuke range is incredibly small, so I almost don't even care about it. And by almost don't even care about it, I mean I don't even care about the nuke. The nuke's not even a thing.
Minimum safe distance achieved.
Lock, what's my evac
So what I do care about this mission is I need to kill every single Nod unit between here and the objective. So I'm escorting, not Sydney, I'm escorting Hotwire. She's going to just disable some stuff that for some reason I can't disable with explosives. I need her for some reason. There's no units there. So I need to kill every single Nod unit between here and there, otherwise she just doesn't show up, because Hotwire is completely incapable of shooting anybody herself. Like, her AI physically will not let her shoot anything. She's literally just a escort mission.
Impact in
Oh, Jesus. Jesus, dude, come on. I completely missed her.
impact in 30 seconds.
Alright, so if I did this correctly, which I believe I did.
Impact in 20 seconds. Impact in 10 seconds.
Keep those Nod forces off my back.
Impact in 4 seconds. 3 seconds. 2
Is that
seconds.
her?
1
That's her.
second.
Okay, good. Alright, good. She actually followed for once. Did you flip over a tank in that? I have no idea. It's a lot of skill. So yeah, even though we... Oh, Jesus. I tried to walk to that one, apparently. Even though we only walked, like, 50 feet, like, away, somehow we're good, so...
North's area reinforcements are coordinated from mobile radar stations in the town square. We need those radar dishes destroyed.
Why can I not hit the sniper? Jesus.
This is Resistance Radio. Nod SSN deployment confirmed. All available personnel to the top.
Sounds like Ravishar wants to burn the village to the ground.
This is Resistance Radio. GDI.
So this level we're just looking to evacuate and also save all of the people that they want to save.
Doesn't sound like you're coming with us, Havoc. What's the matter?
Job hazard.
Wait, did that destroy one hit? Okay, that did destroy one hit. Oh god, that's not what I'm about to do.
This is a Resistance Radio. A report of Captain Resistance fighters west of your position. Can anyone assist?
Rocket launcher. Okay, give me health, idiots. Oh, that's... So basically the point of this mission is we're going back the way we came. We're going to pick up a fire. If you stand directly in between fire, it doesn't hurt you, right? We're looking to get a tank that we're about to get dropped here, and we're gonna go blow some things up, basically. There was an optional area that we didn't see because I didn't go to it in the last part of this map. Which was there were some engineers repairing an obelisk that we could have optionally killed. We chose not to. So now we're gonna go destroy some stuff around that obelisk. The path is now open. Originally it was not open. There's a sniper. He's really trying. It's important that I reload here. It's gonna be important later on. Alright, so the health of this tank really matters, so... I'm gonna take this one a little slow. Gonna be a flame tank and some other things right around the corner here. So basically we want the tank alive because A, it's a little faster, and B, because it makes it harder for us to get shot by the obelisk. I think I have enough rockets for this ship. Oh. Peek it. Peek it. Perfect. Alright, this is enough health. There's gonna be a couple rocket soldiers that are dropped here, but then that's really it. As long as I kill this one. Actually, I think even if I don't kill this one, I'm fine. 'Cause I have enough rockets.
Nod obelisk detected.
Alright, so I just need to kill two SS. And it's right here. And then that's basically it. I shouldn't have any issues here. There we go. So at the end of this level, Sydney and I go on a mission to look for her parents. We bring her along because she protests that the suit of armor that her father is working on, only she can operate. Or she and her. And then we promptly get captured. So I lose all of my weapons that I've been carrying up to this point, and I also had to rescue Cindy again. It's okay. It's gonna give us a lot of the important weapons anyway. We are gonna be a little short on ammo for a little bit. We also don't have any more assault rifle from here on out.
Prison break. Assume all GDI as hostile. Kill every last one of them.
So the important part here is we get the ion cannon. We're gonna need that again for the next two bosses.
Save us!
Sydney here is helping us out, letting us know what's up. So again here, operation, make sure this tank doesn't die. A little bit harder when I don't have a lot of ammo, but still not too bad on this level. Driving to the rack's super important there. It's RNG manipulation or something. That sounds plausible. I'll go with that one.
Research facility at the far end of the canyon. Figured you might want to know.
Maybe I dodge this one, or maybe I just take the shot to the face. Alright, that's all I needed out of it, really. Whoa. NA driving. Hey, man. Driving is better than TSM or Cloud9. Oh, wait, they had competitive, like, actually Rocket League teams. I take that back.
There's no radio communication possible due to jamming signals.
I'll take
I have rockets. I probably should pick up
Good
rockets
to
here.
see you back on the right side.
No such thing as science, honey. You should know that by now.
So this is actually a massive NOD facility here. There's tunnels that go around for miles, and there's bases all over the place. Fortunately, we know exactly where we want to go, so... Do you want to give me rockets, bud? Rockets would be nice. Oh. I hit a wall. That's unfortunate. Do I have... I have this. Yeah, back in the day when there was no safe or speed shots. You'd also like take time to actually like play the level, whereas in this we don't really. Can I back up, please? Jesus. Like a lot of these levels have a lot to explore if you take the time to do it. Just not. Hey, did you drop me rockets? You did not, okay. So this area is kind of sketch. This is where it starts introducing the acolytes. So these are heavy Tiberium using NOD infantry, and they also get healed by Tiberium. So if they stack up, it's actually really hard to kill them with anything but a flamethrower. Because they just heal. Hopefully I can kill them without using too much of my flamethrower. So the reason I'm trying to avoid using flamethrower and laser weapons here is because the next level is infinitely harder. So I want to keep all of my limited laser and fire ammo until then. So I'm just trying to chain gun these guys. If I can get them solo, then it's not too bad. This one here, if he doesn't, I don't care about him.
Is becoming troublesome.
I think I'm actually staring at the wrong side of the door here. So we're going into the next boss fight here. Turns out that what's-her-face here is Petrova, that's her name. She's not actually one of us.
It gets better.
She is
A new and improved.
working on a super soldier serum, using Tiberium.
This girl with me.
So, Sydney is a prime candidate for this mutation. She's already mutated Ravishaw here, so Ravishaw, the former commander of the Nod, is now just some mindless
You are
brute.
living proof that Project Regenesis is a success. Kane will be pleased.
So she's gonna take off, she's gonna take Sydney with her, and then we're gonna do a boss fight. Hopefully we're gonna be able to get the quick kill off. So I got the quick save here. Right about here? So I'm looking to get him into a specific... Oh, okay. Or you could just do that. That's not what I was looking for. I was looking for a... So he has a bunch of different animations he'll do. Or a bunch of different attacks. That is one of the attacks he'll do. Well, after you do damage to him, he'll go up there. Normally, he'll either just run at you and grab you, or he'll pick a stealth Nod unit out of the air and then kill them to heal up. And you can usually trick him into picking somebody out of the air if you get thrown into a wall.
That's great.
But I guess if he just wants to run up to his perch and let me shoot him, that's also fine.
If we can reach it, we should.
So we're into the last couple stages of the game. Like somebody just said, Tezera, I believe, these levels suck. So I need to escort Mobius the entirety of the mission, so as soon as possible I'm getting him into this suit. This suit makes him immune to damage TM. So most damage he's immune to, except for any and all splash damage, and also all of my fire. So as long as I don't shoot him, we're mostly okay, but he will take splash damage from like lasers and stuff. Chem actually, not lasers. Actually, he doesn't take chem damage, I'm lying. I'm like straight lying right now. It's literally just splash damage from me that he takes damage from. Get in here, please. Okay, so chem damage does go through my armor, so I have to be really careful about killing chem soldiers first. You'll notice I just got a huge burst of height there. If I jump in Mobius when underneath me, his hitbox projects me upwards. Okay, so we should be good here. I'm going to switch to the flamethrower. Yeah, Sakura just took off. Sakura's done. The instant those doors popped, she left. Just out of here. Because why would you ever help? I might need to do this a bit, actually. So if I shoot, these guys will run into that little funnel there, instead of staying where they are, and it makes it a lot easier to dispatch them. What do I got here for rockets? So I'm taking my time and killing these Gatling guns. It's for two reasons. One, because they hurt. Two, because he makes an excellent bullet sponge since he can't take damage. And I can take damage. So I like him taking damage. thought one was alive, but no. Laser minigun's a great weapon. We're gonna pick that up next level. Which is great because we stopped getting chain gun ammo. But the laser chain gun is a very strong weapon. We don't actually have much to kill here. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of flamethrower. You get a nice super jump there. Nothing I can do with that, unfortunately, but it happens. It's neat. So this room here is obnoxious. So, there's gonna be a guy over here. He's not spawned yet. This guy spawned yet? No. So this is a really chaotic room. There's like 30 people shooting, but they're not shooting me, so I don't care. That's not what I wanted. I think that's most of it. Mobius. I totally probably should have just picked that ammo up, but oh well. So we're pretty much on the home stretch here. So we only really need one use of the ion cannon left. Probably, I'm gonna leave with 3, of course. One, because I don't need to use it, and you do get the Volt Rifle. The Volt Rifle is plenty in the last level, but you only get in the last level. I think you might actually get a little bit of it in the second last level if you do one of the tertiaries. The Ramjet Rifle depends on what you're willing to do to acquire it. It is technically possible to get it. There is exactly one spawn in the entire game. There is a sniper in the next mission here that has it, but he is on top of a building that you cannot get to by normal methods. But if you use the teleport glitch, which is hit the M button, hit control, and then click where you want to go, and you have... Oh, are you kidding me?
Base. The mammoth ahead of you.
I'm literally just going to load my autosave. I literally just got stuck in the hitbox of the tank there.
Havoc, we've started the initial assault on the Nod base. The mammoth ahead of you is...
So it is possible to get a Ramjet Rifle. I can even show you which dude drops the Ramjet Rifle. But whether or not it's useful is dependent on, you know, how much you can make out of those 10 shots. Like, the 10 shots are really strong, but
I'm picking up a SAM site.
I actually haven't tested what it does to Petrova, because you just never have it.
Enemy structure destroyed. SAM site destroyed.
Havoc, we can't get armor through the southeastern base gate until it's open. See what you can do about unlocking it.
That's really what I wanted to do. Hey, buddy. So I only really care about the rocket soldiers here. Everybody else is nah. Actually, I don't care about that either.
I'm no longer reading the Hand of Nod as active. Is that your handiwork, Havoc?
You know it. Should put the hurt on reinforcements.
Havoc, there's a functional non-Tiberium refinery located.
So this level is a huge pain.
Down non-production for this facility.
One thing I like about this place, lots of stuff to blow up.
Oh. Okay. Hey, buddy. Why are you just not taking damage? Alright. Later. So we picked up a key card from this guy. I guess I should explain what I'm doing in this level. So this is the raid on the main base of Nod. So this is Kane's temple, basically. Kane is a alleged immortal being from years and years ago, who is basically the one behind Nod. He's trying to push it as a religion, to worship him. And he's got a temple here. This base is surrounding it, but it's got a laser wall. So we're doing everything we can to get into that temple where they're holding Sydney. Well, both. No, sorry, we have Mobius, so just Sydney. Because Petrov is evil now. So this level, specifically right here, this is a real pain. I pretty much need this tank to survive for a speedrun, so I'm going to make a lot of safety saves here. These guys are brutal. So this is one interesting thing to bring up about the run, or I guess the game in general. So there's a... Oh god, please just die. There's an obelisk right here. Destroying this obelisk is a tertiary. Please stop destroying my tank. Did I really just lose the tank here? I'm like really close to just losing the tank here. Yeah, alright. So, destroying this obelisk is a tertiary objective, which means that it's supposed to be a secret objective. There's no way to progress in this part without destroying this obelisk. Normally you would destroy a power plant instead of destroying the obelisk, and that's how you get around it, basically. There is literally no way to get to the power plant without passing this area. So, proceeding without destroying this obelisk is like actually impossible for anything but like teleporting around the map. But for some reason, it's a secret objective.
You taking care of that base gate, Havoc?
Okay, who did that? So I can't progress here with the tank, so I'm gonna have to foot it for a little bit here. What do we got in this sniper?
Will you take a look at this? I don't think this is a Nod vehicle.
Yep.
We've got another key situation in the northwestern sector. I'll highlight its location.
A little bit low on health here.
Construction yard and the power plant repairs should cease.
I don't actually have time for that right now.
Just when I thought it couldn't get any worse. I got turrets down here locked.
See if you can find
That
an indirect
destroy,
approach or
no.
take them out from a distance.
That also didn't destroy. Alright, that's healing way too quickly.
I'm not showing any more. The power plant is just ahead.
So that guy over there, that's the guy who has the ramjet rifle. Hey, You should not be there. You should not be there. Okay.
That cursed communication center is preventing our ion cannon from targeting.
I'm on it. One building coming down.
Yep.
There goes the power
I want to make sure all of the rocket soldiers are dead here.
GDI ion cannon satellite targeting restored.
Good work, Havoc.
There's a couple that drop here. I just want to make sure they're dead. I need this tank to destroy the construction yard, and then that's it. The construction yard takes like an eternity to destroy. Like without the tank, you'd have to infiltrate it. You'd have to go through like 4 floors. It's a nightmare. So instead, we're just gonna shoot it a bit and then be on our merry way. Okay, I don't know where that guy is. Where that guy is. This is gonna be really close. Please just blow up. Yeah, I don't care about the tank anymore.
Everything's all wrapped up down here, Locke. What next?
Well, we need you to approach the Temple of Nog.
I'm good at
Place
that,
an
rockets.
ion cannon beacon in front. I'm airdropping one for you now.
Consider it done.
I'm sure you.
So nobody should be here. I'm all set to go here. They're dropping the ion beacon. The laser fields have been destroyed since I've destroyed the power plant, so we're all set to raid this complex here. There's going to be a couple tanks in my way that magically appear since the last time I drove by. But besides that, nothing is standing between us and infiltrating this layer here. Except maybe getting like one shot. That's definitely a possibility. And make sure to pick up the armor first, because maximum armor increase is nice. And then hopefully don't get rocket sniped. Yeah, this is a really great game. It's really old too. They remade the multiplayer, and by they I mean there's a fan made. It's called Renegade X. They've updated the graphics. They've kind of really they've changed the game quite a bit, but
See if you can find access to the lower level.
it doesn't. It's not the same kind of combat that you want out of a Renegade game. So. Maybe you'd enjoy it, but I quite frankly did not enjoy it. Alright, you need to calm yourself, you need to calm yourself, and you need to calm yourself. Cap. I somehow missed that card. That's not a big deal. So, this is where things start to get messy. So, 4. There's a lot of people and they kill me a lot of quickly, so. Some Visceroids in here with this. Oh, you're invincible. Stuck on a wall here. I can't. If I get stuck in a wall here, I'm just toast. There's no teleporting out of the wall. So this room is deadly. So these Templars here are the strongest units in the game. They take the most damage, they deal the most damage, and there's a metric buttload of them. So my strat in this room, so basically I'm trying to get these buttons pushed. I want to clear this room out, because I have to escort Sydney through here later, and if any of these guys are alive, that becomes a huge nightmare. So my goal here is to kill as many as possible and hit these buttons. These buttons will kill whatever's left in the tanks. So ones that haven't come out of their pods yet. Once I've cleared the room as many or all of them as I can, I'm gonna jump down here. We're going to go into the final part of the game. Well, I mean, I guess lead up to the final part, I should say. We're going up to the final boss here. Although I'd argue that what happens after the final boss is way harder than the final boss, but give me a health drop. Thanks, bud. I want to make sure everything's loaded here. I just need to get here. So this area here, as long as the last one, I'm employing a strategy called walk at the person I'm killing, because it usually drops what you're in need of. So if you need health or armor, it's a lot more likely to give you health or armor. So I'm just employing the strat of walking at the thing I'm killing and hoping that it dies in time. Jesus, dude. So there is a strat here.
Don't throw stones in glass houses without
There is a strat here which is layering this area with C4 before this cutscene. That way as soon as you get out you can detonate the C4 and just kill everybody really quickly. That has a risk of killing me, so I'm just going to switch to a laser chain gun here. So this is Petrova here. She's super soldiered herself, but somehow she's maintained her ability to actually think. We're gonna kill all of these guys. Kill all of these guys. Oh, that's Petrova. So, alright, I guess you just go over there. So we're gonna go for a quick kill here. What the fuck did you just do? No. I don't care enough for the quick kill. She normally presents her head when you electrocute her. That did not work, so I'm not gonna bother reloading. I'm just gonna kill her.
augmented life form damage. Please shut down all non-essential operations.
Captain.
So we get the final card here, and we're going into the final part of the game, which is more or less the hardest part of the game. So we have to escort Sydney back through that room we just cleared with all the Templars, and then up an elevator a couple of floors without her dying. And she takes a lot of damage a lot of quickly, and she's also just stupid.
At all costs.
Also, like, she isn't protected like Mobius is, so like if she steps in front of me, I like one-shot her almost, so it's like really bad.
Intruder alert. Alert cancel. Intruder alert. Alert cancel.
Alright, he's just not taking damage, I guess.
Intruder
Hopefully he's not important. Because she actually has, like, so much health. Oh! Spoke a little too soon. I have no health. What am I talking about? Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Warning, Sydney Mobius heart signature irregular.
Alright, now she has no health. Alright, this is the end of the game. I'm just gonna shoot here, and then the game's gonna end, and then we win. Alright, that's it. That's the game. We have successfully saved Sydney. We have destroyed the Temple of Cain. We killed Petrova. We killed all of the Nod units, or all of the Nod commanders, save for Cain. And Sydney gets reunited with her father. And Locke doesn't court-martial us. All in all, a good game.
Thank God. You're welcome. Mission accomplished, Havoc? Could have done it left-handed.
And then we go on to be like the only reason why GDI wins any of the following wars.
Were sustained by Nod forces. However, the use of strategic orbital defense technology cut GDI and civilian
118.57.
losses to,
Not bad for all of the safety saves I did and all of the clipping into walls that happened. So that was Command & Conquer Renegades. Thanks for having me. Hope everybody has a good night, and guess I'll just play a little bit of just load up a level here. I'll just do a teleport run and tell they're ready to go here. Whenever you're good to cut off for me, that's fine. Just thanks for having me, everybody. I hope you enjoy the rest of the marathon and have yourselves a great night.